Hello Internet, James Allen from Out of 8, and today I'm playing military real-time strategy sequel Wargame Red Dragon. It's the next entry in the series of strategy games I really enjoy, having named the last version Airland Battle my game of the year last year. So we'll check out what's different in this version. First off, the campaign has been slightly rejiggered. I'm going to just launch one of these and show you what the deal is. Instead of having kind of set battle groups with a large list of units, it kind of divides the battle groups up into individual parts. You have this little intro here. Yep. So there you go. So you can see each of these are little individual units. Although those are the American units, so I can't really see what they are. So here we have an independent tank regiment and a rifles regiment. A couple naval things over there, and I can call in some supports here. I need some more land units. So you get these little political points based on how much stuff you control, and you can kind of call stuff in. So I have tanks and rifles. So let's bring in some Marines. I can only deploy them up there. So all off-map stuff. And then you just basically move the stuff around, you know, Total War style. So you can select your little units, kind of right-click where they go. And so on. And then once you have units in the same area, then it plays out the battles. So dividing up the units like this gives you a little bit more flexibility in what you're allowed to do with your units. So I'll just end our turn here. You can see the computer moves all their stuff too. When you play out a battle in the same area, it takes place on the same map over and over again, which is a little annoying, to say the least. I just don't have enough units here. Yeah, let's put them up there. This is actually not probably the best scenario to pick to show off, but we'll play out a little battle here. So can't land anything on there. Let's move these guys over. So this is obviously not what I would do in a real game, but I kind of want to show off the thing there. Thanks, Obama. So here's your little map. Shows you how many units you start with. It's actually fairly evenly matched. We have a tank, infantry regiment, and multi-role airplanes. So I kind of have an idea of what I need to get. I don't have very many units. It's mostly infantry. And then you can launch the battle, which is pretty cool. So we'll launch the battle that I'm going to probably terribly lose because I'm impatient. The Red Dragon adds Asian units. Japan, China, North Korea, South Korea, Australia, New Zealand. Has a timeline from 1975 to 1991. As you can see here with this map, the maps are way better than before. They have interesting changes in elevation. You know, back in European Escalation, the first Wargame title, it was like flat areas separated by really bad-looking plateaus. Here, it's much, much more interesting. And you can see the level of detail is really impressive as you kind of zoom in closer. So let's start setting people up here. I'll put my command unit there. And I'm on the attack, so I got a whole bunch of infantry, which is unfortunate being on the attack, since infantry are more for defense. Got some air defense units. A couple of recons, which I'll actually use. And I got a lot of airplanes too. anti-air, though. And that's basically all I can do. Alright. So let's get these scouts out. Hide these guys over here. Oh yeah. There we go. So that is capped. So these guys are actually going to attack me, so I'm going to kind of lay defensive here initially. Here, not messing around. See, this is anti-air. So we'll zoom in here and watch the explodey bits. You can see I play with the NATO unit symbols, which is really the only way of doing it. Get out of here, F4s. Here comes my plane. Go away. You know, you have, with the naval units, which is the other big addition in the game, you have all these little naval areas. I don't have any naval units here, but I'll play a naval mission here in a little bit. The rest of the units are pretty well balanced. You know, you can have cheap infantry take out expensive tanks and airplanes. You know, artillery, stuff like that. So each unit kind of has a counter that can remove it from play. That's relatively inexpensive. So there really isn't anything that kind of rules over everything else. The problem comes with the naval units. There isn't really a cheap way of counteracting the naval units, and you'll see what I'm talking about when I play the naval map. And I'm going to just speed this up a little bit. The problem with the naval units is you can kind of mask them, and they can shoot down any incoming missiles, which is really dumb. And I'm going to get totally owned in this map here. You guys still have RPGs. There you go. Launch some RPGs at them. You can see here you can actually change the speed of single player, which is pretty nifty. So, see the level of detail here for the units is still present, where it actually counts individual rounds, tracks morale and health for each individual unit. There you go. Good job. Took out a tank. So I'm basically just going to sit defensive here. I have like no income either. It's only 1 point. So I can do like one of you. And so we're going to speed this up. It's basically not much for me to do. So, again, this was a very poor decision for me to attack them because there was no way I was going to win, but just want to kind of show off the way that the campaign works. It's interesting in that, you know, you kind of get to check out different units that you might not normally play with because, you know, it kind of restricts which units it has in each of the little... I just capped all of his cargo. So you guys go over there. Took out 2 of them. It's a pretty good missile. Has pretty large range. There you go, buddy. I'm actually doing okay, considering. How few units I have. These guys are just gonna take me out. Minimize that. Anyway. Alright, let's see if I can get some more of these guys in. Yeah, just one. Okay, you know, you kind of start out with areas that you have troops in on the campaign map. But I have to say, I'm actually doing way better than I thought. Yeah, they took out all my guys. Yeah, get the idea. So, retreat. I did. And then, based on the results, it could change the morale and your battle readiness and stuff like that. So, alright, we'll just quit out of that and go back to the main menu here. So, like before, you can customize your deck, which basically tells you which cards you can get in skirmish and online play. I'm just going to create a deck here real quick. Select your faction, so you can, I'll pick Red Fur and China. And then you can also specialize in a type, which will give you extra bonuses for those types of units, like mechanized will give you more vehicle and infantry, or motorized will give you more recon and vehicle. Actually, I might do mechanized. And you can also do the era, which will give you more activation points. You just click create. I named it new deck. Unfortunately, I forgot to do that. And then you can go in and pick your units. Thankfully, just like in Alien Battle, everything is unlocked from the beginning. So while you do have a very large, somewhat overwhelming selection of things to choose from, it does allow new players to kind of be competitive from the outset. So you can see you basically just pick your unit. You can pick what veterancy they have. Basically, you get a bigger bonus on accuracy and stuff like that, but you get less units you can call in. And then you just click to add them. Then you have a bunch of ships, or sorry, support. Ships are later. Tanks that you can choose from, although the Chinese tanks are pretty bad. Recon units, vehicles, which are usually anti-tank type things. Helicopters, attack helicopters. Airplanes, which can both be anti-air and also bombers. Like this guy comes with rockets. There's some napalm tanks too. And then your naval vessels, which actually includes naval units like destroyers and carriers and stuff like that, which disappointingly are the same for all the blue fur and red fur units. Everybody on the red fur side has access to that ship. They didn't go into detail giving each individual nation their own specific ships, probably because not everybody has ships they can choose from. It also has a selection of anti-sub, or actually anti-ship airplanes, like here this is ship missiles, and amphibious units, which can traverse across the creeks and stuff that you'll encounter. So pretty good number of options there, and I've actually gone through and done a good selection of different decks. For example, here's my motorized deck for Canadian, English, and Australian and New Zealand units. So, as an example. So we'll use one of those. As before, there is very compelling multiplayer. Lots of games running. Anywhere from 1v1 up to 10v10. There's a 10v10 right there. That happens on permanent servers. So that's pretty cool. You can also join ranked games if you like, but I'm going to do a skirmish game as my little example here. I'm going to choose one of the mixed maps here, which has both naval and land units. There's a couple of game modes you can choose. Destruction, it earns points based on destroying the enemy. Or Conquest is kind of the other popular one, where it gives you points based on the zones you control. You can also choose Economy mode, which gives you a amount of points to reach. I'm just going to choose Destruction. And then it'll have Blue Fur versus Op Fur. We'll do 2,000 points, up to 3,000 points. We'll do 25-minute time. And we'll do a medium income rate. I'm actually going to have this be 2-on-2. I'm going to switch, actually. I'll be on red. So we'll do, since this is naval, we'll choose the marine here. And I'll have my other guy be an armored. And then you can actually set them to random, which is pretty cool. So we'll give them a marine and an armored. Which is actually the U.S. battle group is armored. So kind of evenly matched here. And we'll put everybody on hard here. I'm not really sure what the difficulty settings do for the AI, but there they are. And then we'll launch. I found that the AI is pretty good. It attacks units with appropriate counters. It actually also communicates while you're playing here. And we need to go get Fedor so I can call on my naval units. So that's what I'm going to do. And I'm hoping he'll keep his guy here. So I don't think we can't call in naval till we capture that coastal area. So that's what I'm going to do. And this is a very urban map too, so infantry are going to be very useful. So I'm going to basically call in a bunch of infantry. I'm actually going to call in 2 choppers. Get to the chopper! I'm gonna do Alina and Fedor. I'm gonna kind of split my units up and go 1 in each of those areas. And same thing with the choppers. And then we'll do some anti-air. We'll throw in 1 of each for that. And we'll do some regular infantry. And then we'll do Special Forces. Let's see. Do some artillery near my forward operations base. And we need some rockets. And that's kind of all I want to do. Is probably bringing. Oh, don't have enough for that. That's actually probably it for right now, and then we'll worry about it in a little bit. Alright, so I'm going to launch my choppers first. So there go all the messages from the AI. And away we go. And he did keep his guy here, which is good. So there's my artillery. I bind to 0. Alright, so I'm going to put these guys here. Here and there. Actually, no, I want you here. Alright, unload. Unload. I'm going to be a little bit aggressive in pulling my guys up here. Alright, we got that. We got Fedor, so I can start calling in naval units. Which I will do. Alright, let's start getting these guys in position. Let's see, do these... Yeah, they have little rockets, I can at least use them. Pull them back, though. MI4s are not too terribly useful, though. Let the fun begin. Unload. They actually have pretty good transports if they have a rocket launcher on them. let's get my ship over. I can pull in an A5 and then I think they're rolling with some planes here. Hey you, I'm gonna shoot you. A lot of units. You out of missiles already? Alright, get out of here. Alright. Alright, let's get some of these anti-tank guys in. I can't really go very far. Let's get some recon up. Where's my recon helicopter, by the way? Where'd you go? Somebody dropped a bomb. They got a lot of recon helicopters. Let me put a recon up here. Let me put a recon heli. Get some main battle tanks. Alright, you guys are out of supplies. Go attack that group of tanks. You guys have missiles. Yeah, like I said, you know, you can use cheap units to get rid of very expensive units. Oh gosh, that's a lot of planes. Alright. Let's get some planes up. Just gonna send everybody out. Except for you. Because you're naval. You guys need to go refuel. Yeah, they're sending the tanks, so I'm sending the anti-tank units. Definitely. I am winning. Do I have any... I don't think I have any logistical ships, unfortunately. Because you're out of... weapons. Yeah, 70% already. there's some supply units. There you go. Nice. Take him out. Naval Units. And I like the addition of naval units. I just wish there was a way of kind of taking them out easier. Because if you group a whole bunch of them together, they'll just shoot down any missiles that come in. Which is kind of crazy. Which is what I'm about to do. I'm about to win, though. Yep, there we go. Victory. Boom. Might do another one, actually. Whew. Boy, look at that. That one unit. That was my ship, wasn't it? Yeah. Took out a whole bunch of their crap. Ships, man. Alright, I think time for one more little game here. Do a skirmish. Do a little bit bigger map. So, yeah, that one's pretty good. So, hard. We'll just do a 4v4 here. And we'll do these guys. So we'll do my Marines. Marines, motorized, support, mechanized. Marines, motorized, mechanized, and we'll just do armor. So, away we go. Wait, let's adjust this. Yeah, 3,000's fine. I want to bring that down though. We'll do 20 minutes again. One more game. Now, I really like the strengths of the game. No, I want to be over on the coast. So I want to bring in some naval units. You know, it focuses on, and hopefully on a bigger map we'll be able to see this. You know, using cover, recon, paying attention to supply and morale. You know, a lot of good things in the game, and it's really more balanced now. I'm going to bring in a... Yeah, that's exactly where I want that. Actually, I might just wait. How many points do I want to spend on ships? Probably just do a hazard parry and a couple defense things. So, like, want to leave 165. Quick math. Like a little bit over 300 points for that. All right. So in that case, I'll do this, and then I'm just going to infantry up Bravo with some units. So I'll do... Yeah, we'll throw a helicopter guy over. So maybe one more unit. I actually think I'll probably wait. I think this is actually good because I want to call in those ships. Alright, so that's good for me. Alright. There we go. Get my naval on. Alright, I'm gonna send you to Charlie. You can go here. You can go here. You can go there also. You can go here. And this should be good. Oh, there's some boats already. Got lots of planes too. Got some bombers. Ooh. Take out some stuff already. Oh, they're firing on that ship. Did you already send a... Yeah, you did. Turkey. Well, I still might keep him over here. There's my ships. We'll see what happens. Where's he at? There he is. Unload. Now that's double taken. Take out those planes. There's my ships. I don't think you can take... Yeah, you can't take them in shallow water. I don't think. Nope. Those are all deep water. You bring some amphibious units into the shallow water, but... Here's the thing. I'm just trying to sneak these guys up here. Or at least the hazard parry can. These two guys can. So you guys go there. I'm going to put Holly him over there. It's actually a pretty good ship. Just park you off of here and just have you shoot crap all day. Then I'll think about going after Charlie. You have air artillery. Let's get some scouts in here. The rest of it's all APCs. If I can get Charlie, I'll be happy with that. Alright. Let's try to roll with some tanks here. Got some really cheap tanks. It's probably the best out of all of them. I'm just going to roll everything to this side of the river and then we'll cross all at once. I should get rockets, anti-air, and maybe some vehicles. And then we'll back them up with some infantry. There we go. So I'll just wait for all that stuff to kind of filter across. How are you guys doing? Doing good? There's my scout. Yeah, I'm worried about that. Can't really bring in my airplane. Might bomb them though. Yeah. Ships are awesome, except when you're trying to fight them on the other team. Oop. Trying to arty me. There you go. Good job. Bomb them out of the sky. Well, technically they weren't in the sky, but you know what I mean. Go attack that thing. It's annoying me. I don't think they can take that. Alright, well, I think I could probably take this. All my units here? Almost. Yeah, you guys can go across the river. Ships are doing really good. Kaboom. Infantry over there. Should be good if I bomb them. Let's bomb them. Bomb those guys, please. You can see the action level is high. As usual, here they come. You guys gonna die? Bye. Nice knowing you. Alright, you guys get hit. Actually, no, you can take that out. You are useless. I'm going to pull you back so you don't get points for that. I can be out of gas already. His naval units are like wreaking havoc. It's crazy. Anything else that can... that's like shallow? Ship. Defense. Let's actually get a little bit closer now. Somebody keeps getting their face smashed in over here. Gunships going up against tanks. Where is that stinking command unit I purchased? I'd like to capture Charlie. Well, I think by the time he gets over here, that's gonna be close. They are getting a lot of points, unfortunately. And it's gonna be really close, actually. I think they might win. Yeah, they're only 45 away. Can you attack them? No, they're out of range. Luckies. Oh, there you go. Draw. Yeah, I would say so. It was pretty even. Who was the person on my team? Stinking computer, second player, losing all those points. Jerk. And it gives you all the details stuff. Bet you my ships. Look at that. That's crazy. Ships. Alright, well that's War Dragon. I do like it. It is overall an improvement from air-land battle. My main complaint is the ships don't really have a good counter to them, especially if you mass a whole bunch of units together. They'll basically shoot anything, airplanes, missiles that comes in towards them, and they can basically just roam around the map until they kind of find out, a good counter for it, which should probably be airplanes. But the problem is the airplanes just shoot a missile and then they shoot down the missile with their defense mechanisms that the ships have. Until they kind of figure out what that is, the balance is thrown up in there. The good news is there's lots of maps. Most of the maps, actually, don't even use naval at all. There's a couple of naval-only maps, and there's maybe 2 maps per group, per player level that have naval units in them at all. And the rest of them are just straight-up land maps, although there are rivers and stuff. So you could actually avoid the naval part of the game altogether, although that's actually half of what is kind of the point of getting Red Dragon, is having naval units. It adds in all the Asian units, which is nice to have more variety in the game. Lots of more things to play with. Really, honestly, in my opinion, the most significant addition are the new maps. The maps are great. They're a much more interesting improvement over what was present in European Escalation and even Airland Battle, where a lot of different changes in terrain and elevation. It's not the flat farmland that was present in earlier games in the series. So a lot more interesting there. And although I don't think the maps by themselves are worth paying a full $40 to get the new game, it is a significant improvement in the game. Overall, the game, I really enjoy it, just like previous games in the series. I think it's a very effective combination of approachable, fast-paced, real-time strategy, coupled with some kind of more advanced things like bringing in supply trucks, and recon is always important. I like how infantry are great in urban areas, but you can counter them with artillery or airstrikes. With the exception of a mass of naval units, there's a counter for pretty much any tactic in the game. It's just a matter of executing it. So while I have some hesitations about recommending the game because of the naval aspect of it not being completely balanced, in my opinion, the rest of the game is certainly solid and enjoyable. So that's all I have for today. Till next time, bye now.